I'm waiting to see if it's showing up. It says we're live, so I apologize, guys. I'm trying to make this work. All right, let me go back here. I apologize, everyone. There it is. Okay, we found it. Sorry about that. All right, now we're live. Yep. Okay, there we go. All right, so again, my name is Dawn. I'm with Wreath Decor by Dawn. Lori invited me to come on and design for you tonight. So I am going to make you a fall grapevine with some pumpkins. So I'm going to do that. All right, I cannot see messages. So somebody say hello real quick so I can see if they pop up for me. All right, so I've got a grapevine. This is an 18-inch grapevine. I have this little pumpkin that I got from Hobby Lobby. This was regular $5.99, so half price, or 40% off. I have these smaller blue ones because I'm doing an orange and a blue theme. So I'm going to use these smaller ones to go on top of there. I am not seeing comments. Thank you. Okay, I see you now. I see Teresa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, for some reason it was doing something different tonight. I don't know why, but I do see people on there, so. All right, so again, if you just joined, you don't know who I am, my name is Dawn. I'm with Wreath Decor by Dawn. I am one of Lori's cubbies. I am in her design group and her business group. She invited me to come live tonight on her page, so I'm making a grapevine wreath for you. So I got these at Hobby Lobby also. These are like a blue eucalyptus leaf. You can use the navy ficus if you can find those. I didn't have any, so we're using this. Hello, everybody. I have a whole bunch of stuff over here. I don't know if we're going to use it all, but I got it out anyway, brought it out anyway. I have this, I really like this color that they have this year. Can you see that? Let me zoom in a little more for you guys. I feel like I haven't been on a live in forever. But I have these in there. The brown, the rust, and the dark orange. So we have those. We have some bead grass. We have some other fillers. All this is from, most of this is from Hobby Lobby, because I can't get to my my own stuff right now, fall stuff right now, because it's kind of blocked by our retreat stuff. So I have this filler bush from Hobby Lobby as well. Then I have these two in the navy, or the blue and the orange, or the burnt orange and rust, whatever you want to call it. We have these little filler flowers that are falling apart. I have some navy flowers. These are peonies. Peonies, however you want to say it. And then I also have some blue eucalyptus stems that I got from Carolina Pottery. So that's everything that may or may not be going in this grapevine. So let's get started. When I do a grapevine, let me pull this out so I can get to all this stuff here. When I do a grapevine, I like to put in my leaves, then I do the pumpkins, and then I'll do my ribbon. And then I'll fill everything else in around it. Still only seeing, hopefully I'm not missing any questions, you guys. I'm only seeing Teresa when she said hello, so if anybody's watching that can answer any questions, if anyone has any, feel free to do so. All right, so for my ribbons, I have this beautiful glittered pumpkin. It's got the blue, orange, and green pumpkins on it. That's a 2.5. I have this 2.5 dash check in the rust color. And then we have a solid rust. This one came from Hobby Lobby. I love these. If you ever get these, they have them in this color and like a dark yellow. burnt yellow color, I call it. Oops. They're really nice. I get those every year. And then I have a solid 1.5 inch navy. So we're going to move these out of the way. We're going to get started, okay? So if y'all have any questions, throw them in the comments. Susan will be along to help out if she's not here already. I can't, like I said, I can't see anybody. All right, let's take this off of here. So I hope y'all are doing well. I want to thank Lori for inviting me to come on here tonight and to design for you. I do appreciate it. I would hope that you would check out my page, follow me. I have a YouTube channel as well. You can see all my lives over there. I've been in, matter of fact, if Lori's on here, 5 years ago today, I was live on your Facebook page doing a challenge with one of your other cookies. So I just happened to see that before I came on tonight. It came up in my memories. All right, so the first thing I think I'm going to do is put my pumpkins in so that I can build around that. Then we'll put in the leaves. We'll leave a little gap, put our bow in, and we'll start or go from there. So with this pumpkin, these are all foam. Hello, welcome, good evening. I have some skewers here. You can get these at the dollar store. You can get them at the grocery store, Walmart, anywhere. So I want to put my pumpkin in here, and I wish I could turn this around and design for you guys so that you can see it. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that with everything that's in here right now. So I apologize, but I will turn it around and show you everything as much as I can. Hello, welcome. All right, so this is going to go right in here. I have a little spot already picked out for it, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my pumpkin where I want it. And I want to make sure that it's not facing out too much and that it's not sticking up too far, because again, I have to ship this if I sell it, more than likely, and I want to make sure it's going to fit in my shipping box. So I want it to come into the center of the wreath a little bit, so it's hitting the table. So there, it's going to stay there. I'm going to take my skewer with the point, dip it in some glue. Sorry, I just refilled my glue, so it's kind of, and I'm going to go in between the grapevine. So I'm not going, you know, I want to get this all up in there. So I want it to go, and I'm going to weave this through. It may take a second, and I'm going to go right up into my pumpkin. Get a good part, just don't come out the other side. Now that glue, when I pushed it in there, it tracked it all along that stick, so that's going to help keep it in there. Now I can see some comments. Thank you guys for coming and watching. Now for security reasons, I want to do it the opposite direction so that it'll be stable. And then we're going to shoot some glue under there too. Plus we're going to have greenery that's going to go all around it. Need to learn how to make grapevines. I got lots of grapevines tutorials on my page too. So we'll put, you know, it'll definitely have enough stuff in there, but I'm going to go up this direction now. So I'm going to go right over here and I'm going to poke that in there. And any of the spaces where you can see the stick or the glue, we're going to put moss in that. I usually do that after the live because you all don't want to sit here and watch that. But you can see now. Let me zoom in and show it to you. You can see those sticks right there, and they're inside of that grapevine. You don't want to, you know, you want to make sure that you go through the grapevine to do that. All right? There we go. So we don't need those. And then we're just going to cut these off. Cut them off as, you know, as far as you can. And of course, I put that right up underneath this binder. But I have smaller ones I can get in there. So we're going to cut those off. You can keep those, save them for something else. I've got plenty, so I'm not going to do that. And if you hear any noise tonight, my husband has decided that since it's cooler out right now, he's out pressure washing the trailer. So I apologize. If it's too loud for you, let me know, and I will text him and tell him to shut it down. All right, so I'm just cutting these off with my little nippers now. There we go. Hello, hello. Thank you all so much for coming and watching. I appreciate y'all being here. All right, so now we've got that one there. We'll put a couple shots of glue in there. I forgot to turn my glue gun, or yeah, my glue gun on, so I'll have to do that after. But I can take some of the glue from my pan and put some in there without making a huge mess. I use these little spatulas, silicone spatulas that you can get at, I think I got these at Walmart. And I'm just going to take a scoop of glue and I'm going to tack it up underneath here, right there. It makes a mess, but you can peel it off later. And I'm going to go right down here, right there. I don't want to burn. Glue pot doesn't normally burn you too bad. It'll be hot, but it's not going to burn you like a glue gun will if you keep it at a good temperature. You need it just enough so that this is like honey or molasses, or I don't know whichever one is a little bit runnier. I will be using florals, yes. All right, so all I did was put that in there. What I would normally do is pack in the moss. I have the, let me see if I have some out here. Here, I do. This bag of moss that I get from the wholesalers. And this is the brown one. They have it in the green. I would use brown on this one because it's a fall design. So, my things fell. Let me pick that up. All right. Put that over there. All right, now we're going to take our little one. And some of this, like I said, our florals are going to cover. So we don't need to worry about that. I should have kept one of those sticks. Let me do that. Pick them back out of the trash. Hello, welcome. All right, so this little blue one I want to put on top here, right there. I think it was like this direction. I had tried it earlier to see how these little grooves would fit together. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull it towards me. And again, like I said, I wish I could get a better view for you guys, but I'll hold this up so you can see it. All right, so I'm going to go and take and put a little bit of glue, and I'm going to stick it right in here. Make sure not to go through all the way. And then I'm going to cut about an inch, leave an inch on it so that it can go into this pumpkin here. Just stuck my finger in the glue. How are y'all doing tonight? Everybody doing good? Back to school is starting. I know a lot of places, some have already started. Our state hasn't, or our area has not yet. Some parts of the state have. I'm in North Carolina. My grandkids went back yesterday, but they're down in Savannah in South Carolina, or Charleston in South Carolina. And they had some of the flooding from that hurricane, so it delayed the kids going back to school. So the water has receded and now they can go back to school. All right, so there we go. Let me open this back up a little bit. And then I have some more that we might put in next to it. I might put one down here as well. But I'm going to wait a minute before I do that. All right, next I want to put in my eucalyptus, or my what would be like the ficus. Oh, come on. There we go. Everything wants to fall over. So again, I got these from Hobby Lobby. In their fall section. I'm just going to open these up a little bit. Take my tags off. Forgot to do that. So if you guys are wondering who I am, my name is Dawn. I'm with Wreath Decor by Dawn. I am one of Lori's cubbies. I'm in her business group and her design group. She invited me to come on tonight and do a live with y'all, and of course I jumped at the chance. So if you have not heard, Susan and I, Susan is with AC Inspired Wreaths and she's in the comments there. We are doing a wreath retreat, in-person wreath retreat in September, next month, the end of next month. So we're a little bit more than a month away. We have 4 tickets left. If anyone's interested, you can go to craftinginthecarolinas.com. That's craftinginthecarolinas.com, all one word, and check out all the details. It's in Raleigh, North Carolina, right outside the airport. We have people flying in from all over, Texas, Michigan, Maine. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of states. We have several people flying in for the event. The hotel that we're doing it at is a Holiday Inn, and they have a shuttle service. We have a huge banquet room. All right, so I'm going in here, right there. Don't want to go all the way through, so I go in straight, then at an angle. And you could zip tie these in too if you wanted to. I'm not going to worry about that. But the retreat, again, is going to be held in Raleigh, North Carolina. It is September. The meet and greet is the 26th. The 27th and the 28th is the actual retreat. We have 6 make and take projects for you. We have lunch and dinner provided each day. We have a meet and greet on Thursday, and we'll be serving hors d'oeuvres and that. And we're going to do our Crafting After Dark party on Friday evening. It's a pirate theme. Everyone's going to be dressing up as pirates. You don't have to dress up if you don't want to, but we would love for you to. And we have awesome swag bags. We have some people in our wreathing community that have donated to our bags and to our prizes, our door prizes. We have tons and tons of giveaways for everybody. I'm just doing a dry fit here. So I hope y'all will go check it out. Like I said, we only have 4 tickets left. So please, please, please go look, take a look, craftinginthecarolinas.com. And don't miss out. We're going to have a ton of fun, I'm telling you. Susan, she was here a week ago. She left a week ago Monday. So I guess it'd be 2 weeks this weekend that she was here. And we got a lot of stuff done. It was hot, it was humid, but we plowed through. We sweated our butts off, and we got a lot of stuff accomplished. So we are ready, and she'll be back the week of the retreat, and we'll have some more stuff to do. And I can't wait. I'm really excited. So I have been working this week on doing the mock-up projects, you know, because you want to make sure you've got all your stuff and how it looks and all of that. So I've been working on that this week on my end, because I'm doing 3 projects, she's doing 3 projects. I can tell you that the projects, we're doing 3 different types of wreaths. 1 wreath, evergreen wreath, 1 swag, and 1 grapevine. We are going to do 2 door hangers, 2 different door hangers, and we are doing a centerpiece. I'm not going to tell you what those are. You'll have to come to the retreat or wait until you see pictures. But yeah, 6 full-size large projects that we're doing. So some of them don't, you know, they won't take as long as the others, but they're going to be really nice full projects. So all right, so I'm putting that in there and I'm bending it to go in the direction I want it to go in. Same with this one. This one's over the binding, so I'm going to move that up. Yeah, we are super excited. Oh. We went and did all the final shopping. We've got 1 thing left that we have to get, but it's because the store doesn't have it in yet. I'm hoping they get it in. If not, we'll have a backup. Make sure I got all my tags off. So I hope you guys will go check it out. We would love for you to join us. And if you're in the North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee area, it's a quick drive to Raleigh, North Carolina. The hotel has given us an awesome discount, better than any of the other hotels around. They have a bar and a restaurant in the hotel. They will be catering our event, so we're looking forward to that. All right, this one's going to go this way. And then the other two, I'm going to fill in here and here, I think. I'm just cutting these off a little bit. I don't need that much of a stem. Hey, there's Lori. It wasn't showing me live. That's why I texted you, see if you could see if anything was going on at your end. But we figured it out. All right, this one is going to get smushed by the grapevine. So I'm going to cut this off, and we're going to use this as a filler. So I want to spread these out. There. So we'll use those. All right, we've got two more. We'll get these in. Once we get these in and do the bow, everything will go quicker because it's just the fillers. I keep wanting to throw those away, but I keep a little basket over here so I know what I've put into my design so that I can figure out the cost and everything later. I'm one of those who likes to do the actual sheet that tells me, this one doesn't want to come off, that tells me what I put into it, and I keep, I keep all that information in case I ever have to make it again. Hello, welcome. Working on your pirate outfit. I know. I was just talking to my husband last night because my husband's going to be there. And if you don't know my husband, if you're not on my lives, he's known as Mr. Bob. He is a big old ham, and he's going to be there, and he's going to be dressing up. He says he's only doing it for me and Susan, but I'm telling you, he is going to enjoy it. He likes to deny that, but trust me, the man's going to have fun with it. Alright, so this one's going to go here. My bow is going to go a little bit low. Maybe not. Maybe I'll change it. Maybe I'll make it go over here. So maybe I'll do this over here. See, I'm changing my mind right now. That's the way we work, right? Yeah, I don't want that one like that because it's going to cover up my pumpkin. We're going to pull this one out right there, like that. Alright, so that one's going to go in there. So I'm just spreading apart the binding because that big binder is on there that holds the grapevine together. You know, that one piece that's all wrapped around it. Alright, so that one's going to go there. Cut this one down. I might be able to cut this smaller over here because, let me try. I might be able to pull it apart. Captain Bob, absolutely. I was asking, I told him I need to order the costume, so I was making sure I knew which one he wanted. He's like, well, I really, would be happy with just an eye patch. And I'm like, no, that's not going to work. He's like, fine, I'll do it for you. I'm like, yeah, you will. But he'll enjoy it, trust me. He denies, but he's going to love it. Alright, I want this one to come out. Let me make sure my spacing is good. I've got fillers. I can fill these in. Oh, I know. You told me that. Her mom had some surgery and she's having trouble with bleeding from it. Alright, that one's in there and secure. We're going to bend it out. Now, these I'm going to use to go in under my bow, and we can always cut a piece or two out of here if we need to fill it in. But hopefully my bow, if I make it correctly, I'm notorious for leaving too much space for my bow. Hopefully I'll remember and not make it so small, and it'll fill that in. So we're going to make the bow now. I'm going to move this over here on top of the can. We're going to use the Easy Bow Stow and Go. This one is, I hate it when it's like that on the spool. It's backwards. All right. Oh, he does. He wants to be a pirate. He does. I'm going to leave my tails a little long, so probably I would say about 14 inches. That's a little long for me. We're going to do a 6-inch loop. It's actually a little over that 6-inch mark, but and I want to do I think I'm going to do 3 loops on each side. If any of y'all are looking for wreath bases, the evergreen wreath bases or swags, I carry those in my shop. You'll find it at wreathdecorbydawn.com. I can show you one of the swag bases here in just a second if you'd like to see what they look like. Alright, so that's 3 loops, each side 6 inches. And we're going to make our tail about the same. Alright, so now some of my pumpkins are upside down, and I'll show you a little trick that Lori showed us. And you've probably seen her do it on her live. So the ones that are upside down, let me make sure. These over here are the ones that are upside down. Yep. So we're going to take it. I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to just twist it the opposite way. Twist it the opposite direction down at the base right here. Next one, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to spread these out while I'm doing it. And then this one last, I'm going to go this direction with it. So y'all should see my garage with all the stuff for the retreat. It's just piled up sky high. That's why he's out cleaning the trailer, because he doesn't want it to be dirty when we use it. Like anybody's going to be looking at the trailer but us. Sits in the back underneath some trees, so you can imagine, but it's got a bunch of gunk on it. Alright, that one's done. Now I think I'm going to go in with my let me see here. I'm going to go in with my rust. Burnt orange, rust, whatever you want to call it. Well, we hope Mama Sue feels better soon. Alright, so this one is just a solid. Oh, yeah. And these are going to be about, I'm going to do these at 5 inches, I think. And I'm going to do 2 loops on each side with this one. You'll hear the motor out there running. I know the Mevo picks up everything, that's why worried that it might be too loud. All right, we're going to spread those open. So if you're just joining, you're coming on and you're wondering, hey, that's not Lori, who is that? My name is Dawn. I am one of her cubbies. I'm in her business group and her design group. And she invited me to come on tonight and to the design for you. I was going to use all of that, I guess not. Take that off later and add it to this one. All right, now I'm going to go in with the 2.5 inch dash. I call it a dash. It's check dash or dash check or something like that. I love grapevine wreaths too. Grapevines is what I started with before I found mesh wreaths. Grapevines is the only thing I'd ever had made before. And then when I came across the mesh wreaths, I was like, oh wow, there's something new. Now normally I wouldn't want these two colors together, but I didn't want to put another 1.5 on top of it, and I'm going to put my navy on top. So these are going to be about 4.5 inches because the last ones were 5. So with this one, I'm only going to go down 1/2 because, you know, if you make a 2.5 too small, it doesn't look right, doesn't sit right to me. So we're going to do 4.5. That's about as small as I would do a 2.5 inch. But that's just personal preference. So yeah, if you're not following me, please go to my YouTube channel, Decor by Dawn, and subscribe. I put recorded videos on there all the time, every week normally. I'm going to be doing more recorded videos because they seem to like the recorded ones more than me going live, so. Because they can watch those anytime. They don't always have time to watch a live. So. And I don't always have the time to do a live, so. Life happens. Well, hello from Michigan. I was born and raised in Michigan. But I probably have told you that already. Because that is Brenda. I was born in Michigan. I was raised there for a little while. And then we moved to California and I became a valley girl. Not really. Alright, this is a 1.5 solid navy. But I did grow up in California. And I left there when I was 19 and moved to North Carolina, and I've been here off and on ever since. This is going to be about 4 inches. The last one was 4.5. This is 4. And I think I'm only going to do 1 loop of this. Yeah, I think I'm only going to do 1. I might do a center loop. Does anybody want a, I'll show it to you. Maybe one of you guys wants it. I'd rather give it to somebody that wants it or can use it than to just get rid of it. I have these little styrofoam things. They came from Sam's. I did not buy them. Someone gave them to me. But I don't need them, and I don't know what colors these would work with as far as what, like, if it's a team or school or whatever. But anyway, it's, you have the ball, to me it looks like it would be for a cheerleader, but I don't know, I could be wrong. Megaphone, basketball, whatever. It's got the megaphone, the ball, and the shirt with a number 1 on it. So if anybody out there wants it, message me. I'll be happy to send it to you. It's in like a light blue turquoise color. Hello, how are you? If anybody can use it, because I can't. Alright, I'm going to grab a zip tie. I'm using black. Doesn't matter what color you use. I just prefer the black because it goes better with the grapevine. Born and haven't left. I still have family there. Lots of family. Alright, I'm going to grab one side of my bow, hold it tight, pull it up, move that out of the way. You have a little indent here from where it was between those pegs, and we're going to move our zip tie over there, twirl it around. We're going to make sure we don't move any of our stuff. We're going to take our other zip tie. Again, I'm using a black one, just because I think a black one hides better in the, of course, you know, the white stands out in a grapevine. Alright, so I'm going to hold all of these, tighten it just a tad more, and then we're going to fluff. So you want to make sure that all your loops are where you want them before you cinch this down. Get all your tails down front. Like that. Now we're going to do the other side. We've already twisted our ribbon so that our pumpkins are all facing up and going in the right direction. If that bothers you, then you do that. If it doesn't bother you, then leave them. Most people, I don't think, even realize it. You'd have to point it out. That one's a little long. So now is when you want to adjust anything that's too long or too short because you haven't cinched it all the way down. And sometimes I get a little heavy-handed on one side and my loops are a little longer. Alright, there we go. We're going to cinch it down. Of course, it wants to move on me. There. Now we're going to cut off just the main one. And we're left with the one that I put on the back to hold it on there. So now we're going to take this and we're going to go on our grapevine and we're going to put this through. I don't wrap mine around the grapevine because I don't want to see that zip tie on the back. I'm going through my grapevine. So with this, it's pretty open weaving. So I'm going to weave that through to the other side from the middle. Now if you get a real tight one, of course that's going to make it harder, but you can always use floral wire and use your handy dandy weaving needles that I sell in my shop, like these. Whoops. I have 6-inch and the 3.5-inch available in my shop. You get a set of 5 of either size. Hello. Alright, so now I want to make sure that my bow is where I want it, and then we're going to cinch it down. And for this, I have my zip tie tool that you can get in Amazon. And we're going to cut that off. It pulls it tight and then it cuts that off for you. I'm going to make sure that that is not anywhere that anybody will hit it and scratch themselves. Alright, so there we go. Oops, wrong way. Isn't that pretty? I love these colors for fall, the orange. And we will do something with these tails. I like to curl some. So we'll do something with these, but I'm going to leave them long for now. Yes, I know it's covering up my pumpkin, but it will not stay that way, I promise. Let's get some fillers in. So I don't know if I'm going to use that. Those we'll put in last. I'm not sure I want the white just yet. Keep dropping these. Do have some bead grass, but right now we're going to use these. And then we'll put our, maybe we'll put our flowers in, because we can put the fillers in around it. Oh, yeah, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to put the flowers in first. Get this out of the way. great? I love this. Oh, there goes the mesh. Oh, he must be done because I hear the garage door closing. I'm right above the garage, so. Don't you love these stickers they put on everything? Alright, these flowers came actually from Michael's. Now they're stuck to me. Getting hot in here now. All right, we got 6. Should have had 7, but I didn't notice one was missing when I bought them. So I got cheated out of 1. I usually check that stuff when I'm buying them. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put these in randomly. And I don't want them too short because I don't want everything compact. I want it to stand up a little bit. So I'm gonna leave some of these a little long. The leaves are not the greatest, but I'm not going to worry about those right now. We can always cut them off or pull them off, actually. They'll come right off later. Hello, welcome. Thank y'all for joining me. If y'all came on looking for Lori, she is off tonight, and she invited me to come on and do a live for you all. My name is Dawn, and I am with Decor by Dawn. I like to make sure that everyone knows that, because then they come on looking for her and go, oh, I got the wrong page. Nope, you're on the right page. All right, there's one. My chair is really squeaky tonight. Oh, they stuck it. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh. When I cut my flowers, I cut them at an angle because it gives them a little point too. I don't know if anybody else does that. I'm sure other people do, but now this one, I might pull these leaves off of here because, one, they look a little yucky. So I'm going to lift up my little spray here. I'm going to go, I think, over here. Looking for an opening in the grapevine that'll be easy to get into. Right there. We're going right there. So when I do the flowers, I'm doing them as in a triangle pattern. So I got these 2 here, and we'll put another one here. It's not an actual triangle, but close enough. So there we go. We can move that how we want it. So if you look at it, you can see there's kind of a triangle. I know it's hard to see the blue on the blue, but we're going to put fillers in there too. But right now we just want to get these in. So let's get these 3 in down here. And again, this is an 18-inch grapevine. So let's see. Our tails are going to go... those are going to have to be cut shorter on this side because I don't want to cover my pumpkin. I really want that pumpkin to shine. I know it's a smaller pumpkin, but I didn't want a huge one. I did a huge one last year, and I mean, I liked it, but I just don't want, I didn't want to do another big one. And I really like the size of these, obviously, because I bought another one. So over here. All right, so this one I want to go, I think I'm going to go right here in the middle, between the tails, and then the other 2 will come out this way. But we don't need this much, so cut that down. I'm going to spread these apart so we can get in there. And hopefully it will cooperate with us. Right there. Nope, I can feel it poking out the other side. Right there. There we go. And then this one will come out here, and the other one will be almost below the pumpkin. What are you going to try? If you put your hand underneath, you can kind of feel if you're coming out the other side, and that way you'll know to stop. Acupuncture? Oh, Lord have mercy. Susan's going to try acupuncture. I want to be there for that. Oh, my Lord. Alright, and this one's going to come right over here. There's a nice big opening right there. I'll do acupuncture on you. We'll see how that goes. How about that? Those are going to be cut. Don't forget, we're going to cut those. Alright, let me show you this stage. And again, I know it's hard to see those blue on blue, but when it's hanging up, it's kind of dark in here, so when it's hanging up, you'll see it better. Yeah, you are used to getting hurt, that's for sure. Alright, now we're going to take these, and these come with little stems. Again, this is from Hobby Lobby, so you can pull these apart. Let me cut this tag off. You acupuncture yourself all the time with your scissors and your screwdriver and your needle, and I don't think you need to go and pay anybody to do it. So you can get 4 pieces off each one. Let me see if I can get this. Yeah, we're going to tear this one off too. I'm telling you, she does. She's constantly hurting herself, poking herself, stabbing herself. She's going to go pay somebody to do that to her. Alright, so we're going to pull these apart. We want to open them up. They're all laying a little flat. So let's give them some life, pull them apart, open them up. They got these little pampas grass on here. They got these leaves, this, whatever you want to call this stuff with that. It's like a bunch of little tiny balls all glued together. It's got some blue eucalyptus on here. And then you got the leaves, the rust-colored leaves. So just make it come alive. Don't pull too hard because you'll pull it apart. But just give it some life. And now we're going to go in between our flowers with this. So we've cut it down. You can use a pick if you want to use a pick machine or something, but there's no need for me to do that. So we're going to go right in there. She is, I'm telling you guys. If y'all know Susan, you know what I'm talking about. Susan, if you guys don't know her, is one of Lori's designers in her design group, and she's also my best friend. So we actually met online, and then, well, we met in online that she was a follower of mine. But we met in person at one of Lori's retreats. So, and we've been best friends ever since. No, she has not been. Now you're going to jinx yourself by saying that. You know that, right? You have not been to the ER in a while, but it could happen at any moment. All right, this one, we're going to go down here. We're going in the center of that triangle that I was talking about. You know, we've got the two here and the one here. We're going in the center of that. I'm sorry, but that tickles me. I want to be there when you go to an acupuncturist. Alright, so I'm looking for an opening. Again, I'm going to hold it underneath. That is not going to be the opening I want. I can already feel it. There it goes. Lift that up. Again, you want to keep in mind if you do ship, you got to remember your box size, the height. Some of this would lay down, it'll bounce back, so I'm not worrying about that too much. I'll move you guys over here. All right, now I want to take another one and I want to do, I think I'm going to come out here on the side with it a little bit. So I'm going to do one going up and one coming down on the side. If I need to do one on the inside, I can take one off of that other, but I think we'll have enough of the other fill. Well, I still have two. I mean, I have two of these, so I can always take some off of that, but we'll have enough of the other fillers, I think, that we won't need it. And I'm trying to hurry here, guys, because I don't want to keep you too long. I know Lori can do hers in like an hour. I'm not that good. I'm not that good. No matter how hard I try, I can't do an hour. But if you don't stay, this will be in her YouTube, so you can always come back and watch the replay. Just fast forward to where you left off. I'm going, where am I? Got to remember where I'm at. I'm going down with this one facing downward. And I'm trying to get my thumb in there and open up the grapevines so that I can squeeze this in. There we go. A little bit of glue on me. Okay, good. Yeah, because I'm not that good, guys. Sorry. I'll admit it right now. As hard as I try to do an hour, it never works. Usually my trash can's not that far away, but I have all this other stuff sitting here. So I have to reach behind me to get it. Alright, so this one we're going right here. Hopefully that spot's going to be good to me. This paper they put on here likes to come undone in the glue, so I'm just trying to twirl it around. There we go. Remember, hold your hand on there underneath so that you know if you're coming through the back side. Doesn't want to go all the way in. There we go. Yeah, that's why you want to use a glue pot. Glue pots won't burn you like a glue gun will. I just had a glue gun. I was doing that one behind me actually, and I was using my glue gun to put something in, and a little bit of it dripped off of the stem I was putting it on right onto my thumb. And of course, your first reaction is to get the glue off, right? That's the worst thing you can do. But I can't sit there and let it burn. So I ripped it off. Well, when I did, of course, all my skin came off. So it's just now getting to the point where, I mean, you can still see it, but it's not, you can't feel anything anymore. That was from a glue gun. That's why I use my glue pot. I don't like those burns. All right. Hey, Peggy, how are you? Oh, yeah. Peggy has been dealing with some burns of her own. All right, so let me show you that part. I always go the wrong direction. All right, let me look at it for a second here. All right, so I see underneath my bow loop, or my tails, I've got a gap. I have a little bit of a gap here. So that's where we're going to go with some fillers next. So I do think I'm going to take 2 more off of here. That's why I always buy a couple, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. I actually bought 4 of these because I want to use them in another project. Alright, we're going to use these 2 for now. And I'm just tearing some of this excess paper off. We're going to cut it down. Again, we're going at an angle because that'll help get it in there. Alright, so I want to go... Ow. What am I getting? Oh, that's one of the pieces of wood. Alright, so I want to go, I think... I might go the ends with it and then use the other fillers to go in there. So I think I want to bring some of this out here. So we're going to go up underneath there. So see, now this is all unraveled, which is fine. Not a big deal. Take one of your wires and wrap it around, or use some floral tape or floral wire. And it'll be fine. So this one has a wire on it. We're just going to wrap it around. Get that wire all the way around. Come on. Got some needle nose pliers here we can cinch it down with. And then we'll just cut off that little excess there. Alright, so we're going to go down here and we're going to bring this color into the base right there. That glue is going to help hold it all together too once you put that on there. So no worries. There we go. Now we want to spread out these leaves and kind of incorporate them all together so you can actually see them. And it doesn't look like it's just underneath it. Let me get this one going over here. There we go. And then we're going to do the same at the top. This one looks like it's got more on it. So again, if you haven't heard, Susan and I are doing a wreath retreat, an in-person wreath retreat next month. It's at the end of next month in Raleigh, North Carolina. Lori will be there. She is one of our vendors and one of the creators of one of our sign for one of our projects. And we have a couple other vendors that'll be there for you to shop with. But it's a in-person retreat in Raleigh, North Carolina, September 26th through the 28th. 26th is our meet and greet. 27th and 28th is the retreat, 2 days, full days. We're doing 6 projects. You will get lunch and dinner served each day. We will have the meet and greet Thursday, and we will have hors d'oeuvres and things like that for everybody to mingle and get to know each other beforehand. And we will have our Crafting After Dark theme party, which is a pirate theme. We are going to dress up as pirates and have a lot of fun. Do some Crafting After Dark. We've got some challenges and things like that going. We've got some games for everyone to play. You do not have to dress up as a pirate, but we would love it if you did. If you don't, we'll just have to make you walk the plank. But Susan is obsessed with pirates. So with this being our first in-person retreat, we wanted to do her theme first, and I'll pick a theme maybe next time if we do another. I don't know what that would be, but I'm not as obsessed with anything like she is, but she just wants to be a pirate. When she comes back in her next life, she's going to be a pirate. I just know it. Alright, I think we're good there. So we're going to save this other piece in case we need to use it as a filler. I'm going to move these ribbons out of the way. Take a quick drink. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I talk a lot. Have you noticed? When I'm crafting, I do. Alright, I've got this little filler bush here. It's got the same colors in it. Also came from Michael's. It was all with that collection. So we're going to use that real quick to put that in there, and then we will wrap this up. And yeah, I think the only thing we have left are the eucalyptus, and then these. And I have those other pumpkins still. I don't know if I'm going to put those in yet. I'm going to have to see if I like those. If not, I'll use them in another project. So we are just about done, guys. Thanks for hanging in with me. I appreciate it. But go to craftinginthecarolinas.com and check out the retreat. Like I said, we have 4 tickets left. We would love to get rid of those tickets and have you join us. I know you'll have a lot of fun. You're going to love everything. We have tons of giveaways. We have a swag bag that's out of this world. That thing is stuffed so full. I don't know how everybody's going to get stuff home, to be honest with you. But if that's a problem for you, or you're questioning that, we will help you ship everything home. I'm going to bring boxes so that you can ship stuff home. So don't worry about that. We have people flying in from all over. Some of them are bringing massive suitcases, but if you don't want to do that, we will help you ship it home. We'll bring the boxes. We'll help you get it set up and stuff. You won't have to take it and drop it off. We'll do that for you. We got it all planned down to the smallest detail. Hopefully. At least I think I do. I'm obsessed, if you can't tell. I've been obsessed with it from day one. It's all I work on anymore. I don't even work on my own stuff anymore. Right, Susan? Oh, I talk to myself when I'm crafting all the time. My husband will come up here and, are you live? No, I'm just talking to myself. So I'm going to go and do these individually, obviously, because we only have the one bush. Yeah, Susan's one of those, she says, oh, we got time. And I'm like, no, we don't. No, we don't. I'm not a last minute person. She can design on the fly. She can't plan her stuff. If she plans how to do things, then she's just not, she's just all discombobulated. Me, I got to plan. I have lists upon lists upon lists. She calls them the docs. Got to check the docs. But that's just the way I am. I still use spreadsheets, for God's sake. It took me forever. My daughter would constantly tell me, because I write notes still. I still write notes. And she's like, Mom, you have notes on your phone. You can just put things in there. I eventually started doing that, but I still write notes. I'm pushing all these up. I'm just old school that way. It's just the way I am. I have a spreadsheet for my bills. I have a spreadsheet for my business. I have Lori's spreadsheet for my projects. And I use them faithfully. Although sometimes I do try to go in and change the spreadsheet, and it won't let me change anything. That bugs me. That's not your fault, that's my fault. Have a good dinner. Thanks for coming on, Peggy. I hope you feel better, hon. Alright, we got all those done. But yeah, that's me. My husband's the same way. We're both old school. We learned that in school, though, back when they actually taught stuff like that in school. We learned that, we had to learn. Well, okay, I won't say in actual school. We learned it later in school, because when we were in school, they didn't do computers and stuff. But I did in college, because I went to college later. So I won't say it was actually school, high school, or anything like that, because we didn't do all that. She is a fly by the seat of her pants. Yeah, definitely. All right, so I don't know that we're going to need the blue ones. So I'm going to focus on these other little ones here. So we're just going to cut them, snip them down a little bit. I am a detail person, very detailed. To a fault sometimes. I hear that a lot from people, not just Susan, but a lot of people. But that's the way I am. Yeah, I didn't go to college until later, so I learned all that stuff then. And my husband's, you know, same way, but he used to do the, write the, you know, how you wrote your own programs back in the day. Excuse me. When the computers first came out, we had one of the original Tandy computers from Radio Shack, and you had to basically write your own programs. You buy books and stuff to write programs. I should have done this down there. We'll put this one down at the bottom. Thank you. Your spreadsheet's in your head. Yeah, well, how's that working for you? She can't remember anything, so she calls me and asks me. Good thing I have it written down. I love you, Susan. You know I love you more than my luggage. Alright, so I'm just randomly putting these in, and then we're gonna pretty much be done here as soon as I trim down my sorry, my nose is itching now. As soon as I trim down my tails and that here. This one's gotta go. I think I'm gonna go, I want that or this one. I think I want this one there. I like to give her a hard time. She knows it's in fun. Alright, that's not going to go there, so we're going to have to do it. Oops. There we go. And then bend that up. There. So that's going to fill in that hole there. There are pumpkins under there if you can't see them. They are still there. I'm going to take this. No, let's do another one of these. This one down here, and I'm going to put the other one up top. Right there. Spin this around. We're going to put this one right here. And I'm going to hold this up for you here in just a second. And then we'll trim down these tails, and then we'll be done. So again, I want to thank Lori for inviting me to come on here and to design with you guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope you will go and visit my page. If you're on YouTube, you can go to wreathdecorbydawn.com. Sorry, Wreath Decor by Dawn, and subscribe to my channel. I'm so used to being on Facebook and saying to go to my page. And then I am on Facebook, so if you want to follow me there, you can join my email list and find out when I go live and get all the updates and information. I'm going to put this one coming out the side. I should have left it long. Let's do this one. I don't want to cut too much of it off. Dinner's ready. Oh, we had dinner. I had to hurry up and cook it. My mom lives with us, so I have to cook for her and my husband before I can go live. Alright, that one is going to stick right there. So that one's not all the way in. So there we go. Now I've got one more. Let me take a look. And I want to move this. I want this coming up. And then normally what I'll do is I will hang this on the door. I will look for holes and anything that needs to be adjusted. and I will do that after and before I list it for sale. So if you're interested in anything, you can go to my shop. It is wreathdecorbydawn.com, and you will find, I do have some supplies in my shop. I sell some ribbon, some signs. I sell the wreath swags, or wreath bases and swags. And I'll show you one of them here in a second. I said I was going to do that earlier and I forgot. There we go. That one's there. But here's one of the bases that I carry. I love these wreath swags. These are the pine swags. These are 24 inches. These are the nice full ones with the shorter tines on them. They're really nice to work with mesh and for florals to stick in them. They're the bright green color. They're not that faded green color look. So these are really nice. And these are in my shop along with the 24-inch round pine bases, if anyone's looking for those. And yeah, so you'll find those there. All right, let's do our tails. About 15 minutes over, so we're good. We're good. I've got other fillers here, but I don't know if we really need them. We've got a pretty full wreath going here, but I might tack them in later. All right, let's cut these tails. So I'm going to make this side a little bit shorter because I want to see that pumpkin. So I'm cutting these at an angle. We're doing a dovetail. And I don't do them any certain length. I don't make them all the same, although those are pretty much all the same. Normally I just do random cuts. Okay, so this one can come down here. We'll put that in the center. We'll move these over here like this. We will give these a little roll. I like to roll the 1.5 inch. I even have a little dowel here that you can use. You can get these at Walmart. They come in a pack of 3 in the arts and crafts section. They're like 12 inches long. They're great for curling your ribbons if you're like me and you can't get that nice curl on them and make them stay. So I like to use those. Oops. But again, I want to thank Lori for inviting me on. I appreciate it. And I hope you all will go check out my YouTube and follow and subscribe and check out our retreat at craftinginthecarolinas.com. See if it's something you're interested in. If you can't come this time, maybe we can do another one and you can come to that. We're still trying to work on a virtual, so we will know pretty soon about that. But we do have 4 tickets left if anyone's interested. Alright, I think we are done. There's just something about the blue and orange. And I know it looks dark on camera, guys, but I promise you it's not that dark, and you'll see that when I hang it up on the door and take pictures of it. So you will see the pictures of this on my page, and I'll send one to Lori so that she can put it up so that you guys can see what it looks like. And then we also have these other little pumpkins still that we can add in here if you want. Let me get this glue off of here because it'll bug me. But you can add another little one here, or you can add this bigger one right here next to it if you wanted to. I'm going to hold that up for you so you can see. But I really like that one, this one right here. Might have to tuck that one in a little bit more. There, so you can see that. So there we go, guys. There is our fall pumpkin grapevine. And I will, again, I will hang it up, check for holes, and fill those in with some of these other little fillers here. So we still had some bead grass, but I guess we're not going to use that because that didn't make it onto the wreath. But I really like these little pumpkins too. I might take some and poke them in. I like that color. So I might try that. So that we didn't use this, and we didn't use the blue eucalyptus bush, which that probably could be poked in there too. Give it a little pop. Or you could pop in the white and break up some of that blue. So we'll play around with it later and see. And then, like I said, I'll take a picture. All right, guys, you have a wonderful evening. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. Be kind to one another, and I will see you all again very soon. Thank you again, Lori.